Hello there, this is Retro Spirits Gaiden, and this is Tower Plan Shooting Garage, and this is the Flying Shark version. So, there's 3 games on this one cartridge. None of them feature shark-based gameplay. They feature, well, there's 2 vertically scrolling shoot-em-ups. There's one horizontally scrolling sort of platform game. But we'll look at that one at the end. What we're immediately concerned with is the titular game of the cartridge, Flying Shark and Fire Shark, also known as Same, which was available on the Mega Drive. Flying Shark, however, I think came out on the not the Super Famicom, maybe just the Famicom and the arcade. I don't remember there being particularly stellar home conversions of Haisho Zame, which I'm guessing means Flying Shark in Japanese. Don't know though. This is an ancient game from way back in 1987, through the mists of time, where people like to equate aircraft with animals, hence the F-14 Tomcat, the Flying Shark, the Pussycat Dolls. I don't know. I went down a dead end there. My brain just kind of wiped itself. Now I'm going to reboot and work out who I am, what year it is, who the president is, and we're playing Flying Shark. Lovely. So Flying Shark takes place over a jungle and a river, and it has some sort of tinny music, a very repetitive sound effect for the gun that you're firing. In common with the other shooting collection that you can get on the Switch, the auto fire option is dreadful. It gets rid of all of your bullets as quick as you can in one go. It doesn't fire like a steady stream. It fires like a 4 in one shot and then leaves you vulnerable for a second. You can pick up the S's to power up your shots, which is handy as this game is tough. It is, on the scale of Courtney Geezer's, Ray Winstone hard. Not quite as hard as Ultimate Tiger, but it is harder than Danny Dyer, and just as hard as Ray Winstone. So if that doesn't tell you how hard the game is, I don't know what will. Shooting tanks here, shooting tanks under trees. You have different formations of different coloured aircraft there. The yellow ones give you bonus points. The grey ones, can't remember what they do, but they come in formation. There'll be some along in a minute. Can't remember what they do. What do they do? Maybe they give you bombs, and the red ones give you the power-ups. The S's, the coveted S's. You need those S's to give yourself a fighting chance of shooting all these mofos down in enough time that they don't crash into your face, because actually that's what they like doing. They like smashing you in the gizzard with their biplane nastiness. Got some tanks hidden in a lunchbox, a camouflage lunchbox. Can't say lunchbox because I'm drunk. And we're gonna shoot the lid off and revealing the tanky innards. And here's the boss with his head on fire. So, in common with most other Tower Plan games, the bosses are just hunks of bullet-spewing metal. No real personality. They're just there to ruin your day. They're there to shoot a biplane in the face. And who's to blame them? So at the end of every stage, you get to land your biplane and get your bombs totted up for bonus points. Why there's an airstrip at the end of every round, I don't know. It doesn't make any sort of logical sense. If you're going deep into enemy territory, blowing up their faces, why they would allow you to land and tot up your bomb collection, I don't know. Anyway, it's a game. What does it matter? Well, no, it doesn't matter at all, does it? Anyway, we've got some tanks on boats. There's boats, water. We've got planes in the sky. We're going to shoot every single one of them down with extreme prejudice. Lovely stuff. Yeah, this is more or less the same as any other tower plan shoot 'em up, including Daisenpu and Truxton. You have, I mean, they're all really very similar games, very similar kind of difficulty. Although I would say that Flying Shark is probably easier than Truxton or Ultimate Tiger. I can actually make some progress in this game with very little effort, whereas the other games you have to be kind of switched on 100% of the time. As you can see, the graphics are kind of tidy-ish. Some nice animation. The bomb sound effect is hilariously weak, and it controls nicely, and yeah, it's a classic game. Like I said, I think I have played versions of this, home conversions of this game, probably on the Amstrad CPC 464, where it ran in 2 colours and at 12 frames a second, so obviously it didn't really match the arcade machine. And then I've got a feeling I played it on the Amiga as well, and the Amiga version had redrawn graphics, drawn by someone who liked, I don't know, the Beano or something, because they look very cartoony. This looks very tense. Oh, I've used a bomb to get myself out of that situation. That was nice. Yeah, didn't like that, did you, eh? Hey, didn't like that, did you? Yeah. And blinking boat Nazis. Yeah, so this game is, it's cool. It's cool but hard. It looks decent. It sounds okay. If you want to play it on the Switch, just spend 60 quid to buy it on this cartridge. That's right, people. This compilation costs £60, and what you get on the cartridge is 3 games, 2 of which, well, I think all of which have multiple versions, but they're all. It's only 3 games though. It's just a different variant of the game. So you might get the Super Famicom version of, say, Flying Shark, and you get the Mega Drive version of Fire Shark. But what I would say is, when you've got the arcade versions, why would you need those? Don't know. Anyway, they're on here. I think to justify the price tag. Doesn't really do it though, does it? 60 quid is too much money for 3 games. Fire Shark is also a decent game, and we're going to play that one next. M2 and the impossible to use menus. Don't know what you can do in those menus to turn off that internet malarkey. So there's Fire Shark. You've got Super Easy Mode, and Super Easy Mode, I'm imagining, is super easy, and that's why it's called that, using your bombs as a shield. Fire Shark differs from Flying Shark in one major way, and that is the weapons upgrades are more similar to Tatsujin Struck Truxton, where your plane can fire lasers and it can fire flames, and there's people rearranging themselves on the floor into arrows, which is handy. So you start with a three-way shot as well. So this is more or less Tatsujin crossed with Fire Shark. It's like they got together at their best friend's wedding. They've eloped and created this offspring, which is the best parts of both rammed together into one uber game. So we have a biplane that shoots lasers like trucks and spaceships. Lovely. I don't know why blimps are the bad guys in these games. Well, in this game, you have to shoot the blimps to get your power-ups, which is weird. Anyway, this is also a good game. This is slightly more bullets going on, slightly more stuff flying around the screen at your face at any one point. It doesn't make it harder necessarily, but yeah, you can get ridiculously powered up in this game, and then that becomes slightly easy. So like all tower plan shoot-em-ups, it's about surviving long enough to get your weapons powered up to a level where standard enemies like these planes and tanks become no threat to you whatsoever, and then the bigger stuff you just have to know where the bigger stuff comes on so you can shoot it. You get in this game, when you get shot, you get 2 seconds grace to fire a bomb. Don't know why, you just do. your plane gets flames, and then you can just bomb shit. Don't know. And it's kind of satisfying, but maybe it's a chance to get bonus points from death. Don't know, a bit weird. Anyway, I see that tank sniped me at close range there. Cheeky bastards. Yeah. Mega Drive version is a bit easier than this, and actually the looks and sounds very similar to it. Well, it's not quite as detailed, doesn't throw around quite as much stuff, but it is overall a decent conversion of this game, even though the screen is a different orientation. Like the Mega Drive is horizontal, this is vertical. You would be advised to play this in Tate mode if you've got the ability to. It makes it a bit easier, it gives you a bit of time to react to bullets coming down the screen. I can't imagine what this is like playing it on the Switch's tiny screen in vertical mode. It wouldn't last 2 seconds. Well, someone with my eyesight, the eyesight of a decrepit old man, would never be able to react in time on a screen that small. But you might do. You might be able to with your ninja-like cat reflexes. But me, absolutely not. So, yeah. Again, kind of average graphics, average sound, tower plan, gameplay. Can't say better than that. It's alright. It's alright. So, the third game on this compilation is a platform game. When I said that slowly, I don't know. I thought I'd run out of enemies there. Run out of enemies, run out of lives. It's a platform game, and featuring a chubby little fella who loses his girlfriend, and it's weirdly out of place. I'm sure you'll agree that you've got a game cartridge with 2 shooters and a platform game. Very odd. They could have put, I guess, another vertically scrolling shoot 'em up on here, because they did pretty damn well make a shit ton of them. Like, it'd be nice to have, I don't know, well, they could have put, to be fair, they could have put the Ultimate Tiger games and the Flying Shark games on one cartridge, couldn't they? If they were feeling that way. But no, they've decided to charge maximum for 3 games. And Muggins here, old Muggins, has decided to buy it. I won't buy the next one. Absolutely not. You can take that from me. Take that to the bank. You can bank on that. It's already on pre-order. I don't know what it is. Let's play Wardner. Come on, play Wardner. It's got multiple different names. Look at that. Oh, that's a horrible picture. Drawn by a art intern. And we've got a screen full of zeros. Oh, got white lines. Zeros and white lines. Oh, lovely. Yeah, this game is in common with the other two. I guess if there's one thing in common with the other 2 games is that this is bloody hard. It is also Ray Winstone hard. And it also has a Mega Drive version, but I don't think the Mega Drive version is included on this cartridge. So here we have the arcade version, also released in 1987. Let me know your name. Oh yes, Arcade Etiquette. I have to get my name in there. It won't let me play unless I address it in the proper manner. Would you 2 like to join me on Fantasia? Follow me. That doesn't make sense. Oh, there's a naked guy wrestling a snake. Is that the Garden of Eden? Poor little creatures, I shall change the girl into a crystal ball. Present her to Mr. Wardner. That's Mr. Wardner to you. Not just Wardner, Mr. Wardner. So Wardner's the bad guy. So what's the name of your fella? The Jack Black looking dude. Here, portly looking fella. The big hair. What's his name? I always assumed that he was Wardner. Never mind. Collect the treasure. Jump on the platforms. Fire your fireballs, which follow an annoying arc. Collect the cash. You do need the cash. You need the cash to buy weapons. Oh, there's a wizard there. Shoot the wizard in the crotch. There's like testicles with teeth that are trying to kill you. I guess they're... what are they? Like cloaks? Like Jawas. They're like Shoot the Jawas, the platform Jawas. Kudo Climb the Ladder. To be fair, the Mega Drive version is very similar to this, and this is rock hard. Anyway, so there's your 3 games on 1 cartridge for 60 quid. All 3 games are pretty damn good, pretty damn hard, and it's not worth spending 60 quid on. So that's my opinion there. Unless you really like these games, and there are other ways to play it. I know there are other ways to play it. I know there are. So, is it worth your money? Probably not. Alright then, I'll catch you next time. And it'll probably be with whatever the 3rd compilation is in this series. They decide to rip me off. I mean, if it's OutZone, I will buy it, because I love that freaking game. But, we'll see, won't we? Alright, ta-ra.